Can you share with us your work ethic when it comes to doing this kind of business? Apparently, you don't sound like a Gen Z.
Gen Z ako, pero parang yung mind ko is really on a different age group. So most of our friends are older than me. So I enjoy being with older people and like people who are talagang parang mas magaling than me. Parang I really get to have older perspective or like older experience kasi nga yung mga kasama ko is hindi ko naman ka-age. I'm Krill. I'm the Gen Z founder and CEO of DC Creatives. I'm also a certified life skills and self-discovery coach, and I brand myself as the digital CEO. We cater to service-based businesses. We really focus on creating contents for our client. We help them when it comes to their performance marketing and client success systems.
I've interviewed a lot of entitled Gen Zs. No experience kasi ang position ng CEO agad.
Kailangan din ko yung ganyan.
But they're only in it just for the fame and just, to post.
I think kasi it really depends on the environment, not an age group thing. Kasi meron din akong mga friends na syempre ka-age ko and then okay naman sila with the work. Parang it really depends on the environment talaga of a person.
What is something that you'd like to share as an advice to the rest of the Gen Zs?
Maliban sa wag tayong entitled. But I think, you really have to. Maybe what I really want to share right now in this podcast is, I think what most business owners forget is yung marketing akala nila sales. So, laging yun yung common misconception. And I always explain to our clients na it's a different department. So, marketing still needs sales, sales needs marketing, but it's not the same department. And I think laging common problem ng mga business owners na when they are parang in need of sales or like revenue, they look for like marketing to solve that. Pero for like the past 6 years, we've been working with different businesses then with different backgrounds and different targets and goals. Parang na-realize ko din lately na parang when they engage with the marketing team, minsan na-expose din yung management, yung operations, and then ma-realize mo bakit kulang sila sa sales kasi wala silang funnel, wala silang system, wala silang process or like workflow. And then they expect the marketing team to like lead the whole thing pero actually hindi kami yun. So, na-enjoy din namin to actually help the client to understand na, okay, this is the purpose of having a marketing team. We help you like reach out to your target audience. We help you understand what your competitors are doing. And then this is what we have to do. We strategize na ganito yung contents natin to really put the message out there of what you're offering. And then from there, diba, we get the qualified leads and then we turn it to sales and then they're the ones to convert them. So, laging common misconception yan ng mga business owners. And, ayun, parang laging ganun yung nagiging problem talaga. And sometimes, ang sarap na rin din gumawa ng content about it. Kasi hindi marketing ang magsasolve ng business problems mo. It's still the business owner. It's still the management. And I believe naman it's a holistic effort to really put up a successful business. Part lang yung marketing, but you still need the other operations to really function well for it to like be a holistic success then. So like for DC, we have this framework that we're using. So before we really engage with a client, first is we make sure that we advocate for the service that they're doing. Kasi syempre, ang hirap naman mag-market ng something na hindi ka naniniwala dun sa ginagawa nila. So, we really check if aligned kami with the values, with the purpose, and then will we be passionate in like promoting and marketing for them. And then from there, ang first step talaga namin in the team is to understand its target market. So, syempre, when we do contents, ano ba yung una natin gagawin is to know who are we talking to. So, we focus on the target market. We have like our client data to really pinpoint sino ba yung kausap namin, ano yung interest nila, pain points, what solutions are they looking for, and then how do we match it with our clients. And then from there, we help with the branding, with the social media marketing na, with the organic marketing, and then doon namin nakikita din who are the qualified leads. So, doon na pumapasok din yung lead generation. So, most of our clients kasi wala pa silang funnel or wala pa silang parang kahit customer journey. So, they think na parang when you post, diretso inquiry or like bibili na sa kanila or mag-a-avail ng service nila. But sometimes, there's also a process of getting to know you as a brand, lalo na online, dahil unang daming nagpo-post. So, how could you stand out to that? So, for us, we understand talaga yung target market. Ano ba yung gusto ng mga taong tina-target natin. And then, yun yung kine-create namin contents for our clients until we get to the part na lead generation. But I always say also sa clients namin na it's also about the client experience. So even if we have good visuals, we have good marketing, if yung experience nila sa inyo is hindi naman okay, wala ring sense yung marketing. And then, like yung satisfaction nila is hindi nyo naman din provide, parang sayang din yung effort of like having good marketing. So I always say it's a cycle that goes around na focus on the target market kasi pwede siyang changing. Pwede ngayon ito yung gusto nila, ito yung gusto malaman, makita, but the next month pwedeng iba naman yung type of trends na available out there. So, it's always a cycle of really working together. That's why we make sure that we work with clients who are also hands-on in their marketing. Kasi before, may mga na-experience kami na parang, okay na bahala dyan, sige, approve na lang. And then pagdating ng mga coordination or like mga meetings, parang naghahanap sila ng KPI na hindi naman na-discuss. So like, lagi kong sinasabi, we have to work hand in hand kasi marketing is just a part, kayo pa rin yung magpapatakbo ng business nyo and we will just follow ano yung goals natin. Kaya ngayon, very heavy kami on our clients asking na, ano ba yung goal nyo? Ano yung gusto natin marating by the end of this engagement? Because we have to know kasi yun yung magiging North Star natin tinatawag or like our guiding star when it comes to the whole engagement. And ma-realize mo rin, like, most business owners, hindi rin nila alam yung gusto nilang gawin. So, minsan, nagkakaroon ng medyo coaching part when we talk to our clients. Kasi parang, oo nga, no, ano ba yung target natin? Tapos parang minsan mapapaisip ka, dapat yun kasi unang meron kayo bago kayo mag-marketing. But it really is like a good experience also to like help business owners nga in like putting their services out there. Kasi like, for example, meron kaming client na sa cleaning industry sila. So, they clean like mga kitchen exhaust, grease trap. And then, if hindi namin sila naging client, hindi namin ma-appreciate yung ganung work. Kasi hindi naman siya na AI, hindi rin siya machine. They're really real people scrubbing like the kitchen hoods, the sink of the, like mga talagang restaurants or like mga fast food chains na kilala natin. And, syempre, hindi mo naman yun maiisip if ordinaryong tao ka lang, di ba? Parang hindi mo alam na may maglilinis ng mga ducting, naakyat sila like sa mga bubong just to clean it for safety ng mga customers na bumibili din sa fast food na yon. And then, syempre, yung sa food kasi, syempre, kailangan very safe din tayo when it comes to like cooking stuff. So, like, may mga ganong services. And even like sa mga dental na clients namin, like, meron pang iba-ibang services na hindi mo nalalaman. So, kami, na-enjoy namin getting to know those services na parang, hindi pala din talaga madali yung work ng mga taong to. Like lahat naman, I think wala naman talagang madaling work, but we get to put it out there also na walang maliit or like malaki talagang service talaga. Kasi lahat yan tao yung gumagawa, lahat yan tao nag-e-effort. And I think mahirap kasi palitan ng AI yung service-based businesses. And I think more than that also is the stories that we get kasi from like kami, mahilig kami ni Luigi talk with the employees or like with the team members. We get to understand kasi na ano yung experience mo with the company, with your work, are you enjoying? Kasi minsan yun din yung gustong content ng mga tao na parang kunyari may mga nakausap kami na parang yung background niya is galing siya sa malaking company pero lumipat siya sa startup, ganun. Tapos tinatanong namin bakit? Kasi parang mas okay yung culture, mas gusto niya nakikita yung parang growth na talagang involved siya. So parang the stories that we have in like dealing with our clients is talagang heartwarming and like hindi mo siya makukuha kapag products yung kausap mo or products yung pinopromote mo. So parang us kasi din in DC, especially for like me, my personal brand, the digital CEO, I think it's really about the purpose kasi. Parang I was called to really help people talaga to put themselves out there. Parang happy ako when I see people like grow, and then I get to be part of that growth. And I think kaya din ako napunta sa marketing kasi yun din yung parang concept ng marketing. You get to be part of someone else's growth, and then yung work mo is nandun din. So it's really purposeful. Like, I also work in a non-profit na school. So we do like, we give scholarship sa mga less fortunate kids in Parañaque. And I think isa yun sa mga parang na-realize ko, I was really called to do this. Kasi parang in marketing, ang dami mong power to really reach out to everyone with the platforms that we have, with the technology that we have. And I think, ang hindi lang nagagawa ng mga tao is to really put good content and like put content na may sense. Like this podcast, diba? Not all people would like listen to these kinds of podcasts. They would prefer like yung mga entertaining podcasts. Pero may realize mo, ang dami mong pwedeng gawin, ang dami mong pwedeng tulungan. And I have this like favorite quote na, help other people, help other people, help other people. So they can help other people too. So like, it's a pay it forward thing. And I think sa ginagawa namin in DC, we also get to help kasi yung mga companies. So when we market them, they get to get like good sales, revenue. They get to pay their employees. So parang ang ganda ng ganong ecosystem that you just pay it forward and then they also pay it forward. And even sa team. So we're a startup company kasi. So we started talaga as freelancers, and then eventually parang na-realize na hindi pala namin kaya na mag-isa. So we built a team, and I'm just parang really proud to say that our team members are like moms. So may 2 kaming team members na moms, and then parang I'm really happy na random nights magsasabi sila na they're thankful kasi they get to have a job na syempre work from home sila kasi hindi naman sila sumasama sa mga field work. But sobrang sipag ng dalawang yun na parang di ko alam kung nasa position nila ako, kung kaya ko bumay anak, tapos may business, tapos may work, ganun. Parang lagi silang grateful na they get to be with their kids and then they get to have an income. And then they also get to enjoy what they're doing sa DC. So, like, nakakatuwa yung ganun. And like, ngayon, mga kids naman or like mga senior high yung mga interns namin. So, parang we really want to help also, like, yung mga people na aside from they need the income, parang we wanna be with team members na they want to advocate then for what we're advocating for. Kasi yun nga, like parang hindi lahat may same vision and mission with like you, but kami parang we find those types of people na same kami ng direction, and then parang ang nakikita ko ang trend sa team namin ngayon, yung parang dahil nahanap mo na yung passion mo, parang kang hindi nagtatrabaho. Parang minsan feeling namin, naglalaro lang kami, ganun, parang group work lang siya. And I think deserve din kasi ng mga tao na to really find their passion. And for me, it wasn't easy naman to really look for it kasi I came from a family na lahat ng kapatid ko engineers. Ako yung kaisa-isang hindi nag-engineer. Kasi sabi ko, kapag nag-engineer ako, di ko tatapusin yan, sure. So, syempre natakot yung magulang ko. So, sabi nila, mag-business management ka na lang. Pero I was supposed to like, do yung multimedia arts. Kaso, walang pera dyan sa arts. Nanggaling ako sa ganong type of conversation with my parents hanggang sa nag-business. Pero na-realize ko, ang pinaka-closest to arts is marketing na. So, I think naman, tama naman yung path kasi kailangan mo pa rin ng business perspective compared to just like being an artist. Kaya parang nag-combine both naman yung business management and then creative. So, ayun. So, basically, that's what we do and who we are.
Wow. I love the whole background thing. You just gave a true sense of where you're coming from. Kasi I was about to ask you, before all of this, where were you? Yun pala, it was that light bulb moment where you didn't want to become an engineer.
Yes. Parang kasi, siya hindi siya colorful. I want a colorful life.
Ano klaseng engineering ba ang...
Yung mga siblings ko, chemical, electrical, and then ECE.
Wow.
Tapos isang marketing. Okay.
Ba't ang hilig nila sa engineering?
Kasi our father is also an engineer.
Okay.
So, parang nagsunod-sunod sila.
So, ikaw pala yung pinang-artistic sa lahat.
Yes. Pero lahat ngayon, business na. So, parang nauna lang ako mag-decide na gusto ko talagang ibang path, hindi engineering.
Can you tell us, in this day and age, 2026, right? We know that in the creatives industry, nag-evolve na siya, right?
Yeah.
So everything right now deals with AI. So tell us, how were you able to evolve into, I'm pretty sure you use AI and a
Yes,
lot of
yeah.
other tools. Can you share with us, how did you evolve into a marketing team that uses AI and the new things that's coming out 2026?
Yeah, I think for that talaga, syempre we really have to keep up with the trends. Like, ang naging journey namin, ako kasi Canva is life ako. So, I'm also a Canvasador like Cap. So, si Luigi, hater siya ng Canva before. Kasi Adobe naman yung ano niya. So, parang may mga ganong shifts na, okay naman pala tong software nito or like application na to. And then, before, ano kami yun, Adobe Premiere nga. And then, parang, since nag-start din yung CapCut, parang mas easier kasi, tas parang andali lang kahit sa phone. I do my personal content sa CapCut na. And then, ayun, nag-shift kami doon, and then nag-chat GPT for the copies and like yung mga kailangan naming documents and all. And then, ngayon, si Claude naman yung very patok ngayon, di ba, na AI. So, parang we also get to update ourselves. But I think, ang hindi lang nililose is yun talagang core of what we do. Kasi nga, hindi mo naman may AI yung real experiences ng mga service-based businesses na kinikater namin. So, we really still stick to like prompts, and then we just generate it, and then we just check. Then we also double check with our clients para at least we know na hindi lang siya generic, and that it will not appear like similar to other posts. Kasi ang pet peeve ko, like pare-pareho na yung design kasi galing AI. So parang sabi ko, wala nang originality, walang uniqueness, or wala man lang story kasi it's just the same. So, I think yung gano'n naman is you still have to have a personal touch pa rin kahit gumagamit ka ng AI. And yun, like ako kapag sa Instagram din like copies, sabihin ko lang create a caption about ganun. Kapag as a personal brand, diretso prompt lang. Tapos yun, like for talagang convenience and speed, but still you have to put your own like touch to it para hindi rin nalulose yung identity mo and personality of the brand.
As a Gen Z, because we know there's this stigma about Gen Z, this generation they're quite, millennials hate them,
Yeah.
right? Well, that's a stigma. And that's the sort of, in a way, not all Gen Zs are the same, I know. Not even millennials, not all millennials are the same. So can you share with us your work ethic when it comes to doing this kind of business? Because apparently you don't sound like a Gen Z,
Yeah.
to be honest. I've worked with a lot of Gen Zs.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of Gen Zs. I was in business with people who are Gen Z, but you come with a different approach. It's as if you were honed to be a different type of Gen Z. Hence your branding as digital, tama ba? Digital
Yeah, CEO.
CEO, but you're more of the Gen Z CEO,
Yeah.
right? I rarely find Gen Zs such as yourself into business with a lot of these insights and it seems that you have a different type of work ethic. Can you share that with us?
Okay. So I think personally, like I think I'm a Gen Z ako, pero parang yung mind ko is really on a different age group. So most of our friends are older than me. So I enjoy being with older people and like people who are talagang parang mas magaling than me. And then syempre with my gap with my brother kasi 12-year yung gap namin. So like sanay talaga ako with people older than me. So I think with that environment, parang I really get to have older perspective or like older experience kasi nga yung mga kasama ko is hindi ko naman ka-age. And then, I think kasi I agree naman na not all Gen Zs are the same. And then, we've also worked with Gen Zs na medyo napapakamot ulo ka. Pero, I think kasi it really depends on the environment, not an age group thing. Like, parang when you kasi meron din akong mga friends na syempre ka-age ko, and then, okay naman sila with the work. I even have my best friend as one of our team members Gen Z din naman siya. Okay naman siya. So, parang it really depends on the environment talaga of a person. Like, feeling ko hindi lang din naman Gen Z. Like, feeling ko, like with the Gen Zs that parang medyo soft and like medyo um, hindi sila ganun ka parang pukpok or like parang serious sa work. Siguro they just have a different environment and then they are not exposed to like the real dirty work kapag nagtatrabaho ka. Kasi ako, ang background ko rin is when syempre we're not a well-off family naman. So, dahil since ako yung bunso, parang lahat ongoing na yung life ng mga tao and then parang nagkaroon ng financial struggle, I personally decided to look for a part-time job when I was in college. So, dumating sa point, I mean, personal ko siya, hindi ako inas ng parents ko, ng kapatid ko. Naisip ko lang na, okay, baka pwede ako mag-help. Parang ganun yung mindset ko. Siguro, it's also the upbringing of my parents, the influence of my siblings, na parang, hindi naman ako naging selfish when it comes to like helping the family. So, I started as an admin assistant sa pet shop. So, ang ginagawa ko doon, nag-i-inventory ako ng mga pagkain ng pusa, aso. So, like, may mga 7 kilo pet food doon. Inuusog ko. Tapos, kailangan ko bilangan kung ilan na itong mga products. So, nakalimutan ko na yung schedule, parang every 2-3 days a week, nag-i-inventory ako. And then, sasamahan ko lang yung parang talagang salesperson dun sa pet shop na yon. So, I was earning 600 noon a week. So, parang 200 per day lang siya. Pero okay lang. Sabi ko, sige, experience lang din siya. And then, yun, nag-start din ako ng photography. I was taking photos of like mga family. Tapos 1.5 lang yung sinisingil ko. Kasi bawal yun.
Underage ba? Underage?
So, parang lang ako, low-key. Pero parang sa akin kasi noon, there's a reason nga or like purpose of why I did that. Kasi I wanted to help my family. And then, eventually, yun nga, nagpo-part-time ako like hanggang sa college. Nagpo-photo na ako noon. Like, naalala ko, meron akong vacant matagal sa college. And then, nagpo-photo ako for a Chinese restaurant. Tapos balik ulit ako sa school. Kasi doon lang yung sa Makati. So, papalit lang ako ng uniform, ganyan. Tapos, nagpo-photo, ganyan. So, parang, ako na-enjoy ko to really explore. Kasi I'm really open na to experience everything. Like, walang any arte or walang any... kasi di naman dapat yan yung ginagawa ko eh. Ang sa akin, every opportunity to learn is like a gold mine sa akin na makakas-step ako into a new level if I get to experience this. So, walang parang tapon na, kasi ayoko na gawin yan kasi hindi naman ako, walang pride, di ba? Walang ego kasi for me, it's really an open door. Kasi I get to learn eh. And then I have this favorite quote from one of my favorite teachers din na, when you know better, you do better kasi. So, para sa akin, kung may mga matututunan ako sa experience na to, whether may bayad or wala, tinatry ko. Kasi, yun nga, I get to learn something eh. I get to meet new people. There's really something in that na may makukuha pa rin ako. Like, may magigain ako. And then, hindi ako really inclined to money. That's why siguro napunta din ako sa purpose-driven marketing na parang, yes, I know I have to earn money for like the basic needs, for my goals, for the team. But parang it's always the core of service. Parang I always just want to serve. Kasi, ewan ko, parang na siya personality na lang din yung nangyari. And I think dahil ganun yung naging environment, naging foundation of my upbringing, parang nandun na siya na talagang makikita mo kami ni Luigi. Even Luigi, doon naman din ako thankful kasi I found a partner na same kami. Kasi pwede namang maarte siya. So, atas hindi kami mag-match. Pero hindi, like, kanina, di ba? Parang, kanina, he was shooting like yung BTS ng mga LED walls kasi may client kaming ganun. Tapos, nagulat ako, binubuhat niya na yung LED wall thing, ganun. Tumutulong na siya doon. Sabi ko, kala ko nag-shoot to. So, parang, alam mo yun, parang, wala talagang arte kasi if you get to help someone naman talaga, una, things are faster. Pangalawa is parang you get like fulfillment din in really helping them. So, parang naging ganun na talaga yung work ethic namin na parang kami mismo, we wanna try this first para pag sinabi ng team member namin mahirap, hindi, na-try na namin yan. Maybe hindi mo lang alam kung paano siya didiskartehan. So, even with our clients, for the first few months, makikita talaga nila kami na hands-on. Minsan, tinatry namin yung service nila talaga. Even yung dun sa kitchen exhaust, umakit ako dun sa may ducting just to experience and see it. And then, yun, kasi, yun nga, when you know better, you do better eh. So, experience is like the key talaga to success for me. Kasi, when you experience things, malalaman mo kung kaya mo, malalaman mo kung kailangan mo ba itong i-improve? And I think data naman talaga or knowledge is power. So, mas nale-level up mo yung sarili mo because you know that. So, I think ganun yung work ethic ko talaga na we really experience anything. Kahit saan mo ko iba to itapon. Like, nagka-client kami sa Bicol, di ba? Parang wala na. Late ko na nakita na sa Bicol pala yung client na pirmahan na yung contract. So, yung mga ganun. Parang na-enjoy ko lang to really experience life, experience business, experience the people in everything that we're doing. So, it's really about openness and just not expecting anything in return. So, openness, not expecting anything in return, and then eventually you'll realize na kaya pala ito pina-experience sa akin kasi ito yung mga mangyayari next. So, parang lagi siyang constant happenings na ganun. Kaya parang sa akin, okay lang, sige, experience pag dumating sa akin, feeling ko parang it's a divine intervention. Like, for example, this podcast, sinend lang sa akin yung link. O, fill up ka dyan. O, sige. Like, madali akong mag-yes.
Yeah.
So, kasi nga, I believe na parang there's a divine intervention naman. Hindi siya mag-cross ng path mo if hindi siya para sa'yo. So, I think kaya okay lang sa akin anything na ma-experience as long as I get to learn something from it.
So a lot have you been saying, because I'm assuming that most of your clients are local.
Yes, local.
Any clients foreign clients, or you stuck to local?
I think kasi for me, yes, we could like cater international clients, but I'm also for the country kasi. Like, I'm also for the Philippines talaga. Kasi ang dami ng VAs, may mga agencies din sila that cater to international clients. And then, ang dami kong friends na, hindi, mag-international ka, malaki bayad. Pero parang kasi inisip ko, yun ba talaga yung core, or like, nandun ba yung heart ko in catering for international clients? May mga na-refer, na-try, pero parang di kasi siya, or at least ako, parang hindi ako passionate about it. So, parang andun pa din ako, ay, dahil nandito, gusto ko nakikita ko yung client ko, gusto ko nabibisita ko sila, gusto ko nakakausap ko sila. And then, like, may mga experiences kami na ini-invite kami sa mga Christmas party, team buildings, yung mga small steps, ganun. Para kang may baby na nakikita mo nag-grow. So, I always tell the clients na I'm really happy to see them expanding, to see them growing. And I think hindi ko yun makukuha if like nasa ibang bansa. Pero, I mean, madami na rin kasing tumutulong sa kanila. So, why not help naman yung nandito? And I think ang dami rin talagang businesses here in the Philippines who really need help when it comes to marketing. And I want to be one of those people helping our country then. And yun nga, since it's purpose talaga and passion, let's just stay here muna and then let's see from where will this business take us. But I think for now talaga, gusto ko lang local. And if kaya ko pang parang talagang sa provinces kasi we get to travel, like gusto ko talagang to also promote or like market businesses in the provinces or like at least give talks din or programs for them to have like idea naman sila pagdating sa mga updates or like trends sa marketing.
So you have the heart for, sabihin natin, public service?
Yes, I think dun din. Like, nandun din yung core of why I'm doing things. Like, it's really about service and yun nga, passion din kasi talaga siya. Parang kahit gusto kong alisin sa sarili ko yung mag-help, mag-serve, hindi ko siya maalis. Parang ano na siya, nakatatak na siya and then matik na siya in me. Kahit sabi, hindi, dapat mag-set ka ng boundaries, dapat ganon. Pero parang naging personality na lang din talaga siya na hindi ko na siya matanggal.
It's quite interesting because I knew from the moment you started talking about your work ethics, ibang klaseng Gen Z ka eh. You and your partner, you guys are pretty different because I've interviewed a lot of entitled Gen Zs. Gusto na ng position agad, no experience, gusto na position ng CEO agad.
May kailangan din ko yung ganyan.
Diba? Madami ganun. So it's quite funny. That's why I tend. Although I've hired a couple of Gen Zs, I have Gen Zs in my team, and they're great. There's only a bunch of few talaga. But you're like the role model of what a Gen Z can be in this day and age, because rarely that we find Gen Zs in this type of, everyone's in this type of industry, but they're only in it not for the heart, not because they have certain values, but they're only in it just for the fame and I'm in marketing and just to post and all of that. So you guys are a little different, actually very different, and that's to me, you have huge potential in what you can do. And I think that, especially when you told me that you focus on our market is the most challenging market compared to foreign markets.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. They pay better, they pay higher, but once you take on that challenge for local businesses and businesses in the provinces, the return is and the reward is much more bigger. And I'm sure you agree with me on that, because like you said, Philippines should come first.
Yeah.
It's our nation, right? So we have to stand up first, we have to serve first, and then serve others. I know this exactly because then I went the opposite way when I was a teenager. And that was because my parents were OFWs. We were in different countries, so I had no choice. But when I grew up and I came here, I was like, wow, ang daming potential pala dito. And that's my first time meeting Gen Zs here sa Pinas. And I was like, what happened to this generation? Noong una kasi ang daming kwento na, especially from my friends. Sure, they're millennials, they're older, and they're like, we tried to hire a new breed of young people. And then they're like, these Gen Zs. So maybe not all of them. So yeah, around 99% of them are very entitled and they want, you interview them, it's like, fresh grad, okay, what are you looking for? I need a lot of these types of benefits. I know it's because all this social media stuff is coming out and they feel like, I'm entitled to this. And it's quite funny. But it's a fresh of breath air just talking to you, because you give a totally different sense of what a Gen Z should be. Your values and principles are great. And I'm quite curious, from where you stand right now, I don't want to ask you what's your goal for the next 10 years. Anything could happen in the next 5. So what's your goal in the next year?
Our goal talaga is syempre to expand the company, really have more team members that we could help. And then, one personal projects, I really want to do like documentaries na about businesses in the province. Kasi, yun nga, parang travel talaga kami, like now, trip namin, mamundok naman ni Luigi, ganun. Like, parang there's really plenty stories in those places na hindi mo nakikita online. Like, yes, you could say na, okay, maganda yung tourism and all, but I think I wanna focus on the way of life ng mga people in those remote areas. Kasi, yun nga, parang, I saw one post before no election na parang, buti pa yung tarpaulin ng kandidato umaabot doon. Pero yung serbisyo ng mga, grabe, nagiging political na. No?
It's alright.
Yeah. Parang yung serbisyo ng mga public servants is hindi naman umaabot doon. And I think kasi, we're blessed na lang siguro that we're here in the metro. But those people talaga, if you see like, yung Wi-Fi, kahit CR, talagang underdeveloped. And last time kasi we were in a podcast shoot din also with Gabriel Go. So, parang may na-mention siya doon that really struck me na hindi porket may nagawa ka na, successful ka na. Parang there's no deadline to public service daw. It's a continuous effort that you have to do. And I think if hindi ko yun makikita in the current government that we have, I wanna do that, or just maybe do a part of showing our fellow Filipinos who are here, at least in the city, na hindi tayo pareho ng buhay ng mga taong nasa provinces. And I think yun yung personal project ko. Like, kaya ako heavy din on really growing, syempre, the business kasi kailangan ng funds for it. Kasi yun nga, like parang tayo, nagki-keep up tayo with the social media trends, nagki-keep up tayo with the marketing trends. Sila ngayon wala pang CR lang, hindi pa ganun ka-develop, or walang Wi-Fi, walang anything. So parang I want to really help them to adapt then also. Kasi super kulang na kulang yung nakakarating dun sa mga provinces. Even like yung may mga developments ng konti na parang hindi pa rin compared to here in Manila. So I wanna do like a documentary really showing na hindi tayo same ng buhay. Kasi meron ako nakikitang post din na parang gine-generalize, like lahat nung, hindi kasi tayo naman, ito naman yung nabili, ganyan. Hindi lahat. Kasi if you really go to like remote areas na talagang wala talaga, parang ma-realize mo, magiging grateful ka sa life mo sa city kasi hindi tayo pareho ng pinagdadaanan. So I think as a marketing person, I want to do that as a project kasi I have the power, I have the platform, and I have the resources to really come up with that. Like parang isa sa mga dream ko din nung bata ko, yung mga parang Mala Cara David, I witness type of documentary. And ngayon kasi I'm also building my personal brand, parang I want to lean towards that direction na talagang putting that message out there na hindi nga, like mga stories ng mga tao talaga. And dun din kasi siguro ako na-inspire with the stories talaga. Kaya din siguro kami nasa service-based industry. Kasi yun nga, like iba-iba ng work. Mahilig din kasi kami makipagkwentuhan. Okay, yan yung work mo. Ito pala yung life nyo, ganyan. Like, yun, I really wanna do that documentary for our fellow Filipinos sa mga provinces.
I'm looking forward for that.
Yeah.
Once you start, let me know.
Yes.
Last question for this part. What is your message, or what is something that you'd like to share as an advice to the rest of the Gen Zs out there?
Maliban sa wag tayong entitled. Yeah, I think kasi, there's plenty information, there's plenty influences around us, especially now that we have social media. But I think, you really have to dig in sa sarili mo. You have to have self-awareness. You have to know if these things are something that you resonate with, something that you believe in, or parang dahil trending siya, gusto mo lang makisabay. Hindi kasi ganun yun. So, it's really good for you to know your core, know your North Star, know your heart. Kasi from there, kasi kahit i-twist-twist ka na, kunyari, like, there's challenges sa buhay natin. We can't, like, avoid that naman. Pero if you know your core, you know your heart, babalik at babalik ka dun sa purpose and passion mo. And you won't get twisted with the money and all. And I think yun kasi, parang sometimes people sway in with like selfish things na gusto nila mas malaking income, mas malaki yung possession, or like mas mataas yung possession. Ako kasi ang belief ko rin is the money will come after. And as a person who believes in God, I really believe na God will provide. Kasi ilang beses niya rin ginawa sa amin na parang hindi mo alam kung saan mo kukunin, di ba, ang mga bagay-bagay. Pero nag-provide siya. And I believe kasi yung platform or like yung life na meron ako ngayon is really given by Him. And if you know your core nga, you don't get to be parang shaken din talaga eh. Kasi alam mo kung saan ka papunta, alam mo challenges lang siya. So I think my message to like my fellow Gen Zs is to know who you are, diba? Have time to reflect, have time to really write a journal, to really get to know yourself, like maghanap ka ng activities for you to understand sino ka ba talaga. Kasi ang daming tao magsasabi sa'yo, sino ka, and ano yung dapat mong gawin. Like, yun nga, like may mga post na pinagla, hindi naman kami ganyan, Gen Z, ganyan, ano kami, ang daming explanations. Pero kasi, ako, I also believe that you also have to listen to other people. Kasi feedback yun eh. So, syempre pag sa business, lagi naman may feedback. So, you have to also accept the good and bad feedback. Hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin na just because nag-feedback siya, attack yun against you. Maybe it's something na for you to improve on. Hindi naman sinabing mali ka, but maybe it's something na for you to improve on, for you to get better. And I think they have to just be open to feedback and then really improve and like get to know yourself na. So, ano lang, parang really open pa yung eyes, yung heart, and like yung hands to really learn from like the older generation. Like for example, ako, I'm in BNI. So, the people I'm with are really like way, way older than me. Pero I get to enjoy being with them kasi I get to learn eh, na parang sila, nasa middle na sila of like the race, ako nagsisimula pa lang. So, lahat na na-experience ko, parang kung may cheat code when I ask them na, paano ko pag ganito? Tapos, may peace of mind din na, okay, na-experience ko yun, normal lang yan as a business owner or as a person. Normal lang yan. So, parang may peace of mind. So, we can't say kasi na just because we know the techie things, we know what's updated, is we know everything na. So, there are still things that we don't know. And may knowledge siguro tayo, but we don't have the wisdom of the older people. And I think it's di ba wala namang masamang makinig? Makikinig ka naman. It's really up to you if susundin mo or apply mo. But I think it costs nothing naman to like have a listening ear to the people who have more experience than you. And I think, yun nga, like, humility, di ba, goes a long way naman. So, yun nga, like, meron rin akong nabasang book na you have to always start with an empty cup. Kasi how could you be filled if puno ka na? So, wala nang matutulong sa'yo. So, always be in an empty cup para at least, yun nga, you get to learn new experiences, you get to learn new insights, you get to have the wisdom of the older people na nagbibigay ng tips sa'yo.
Thank you for that wonderful advice. I'm really stunned. You're a totally different breed of Gen Zs. And I appreciate you making the time all the way from the South. And I'm so happy to have you. Because, like I said, you're a fresh of breath air. I haven't met a Gen Z who has the same values as you do and principles. And tama ka, they have to hang out with older people
Yes.
just to get the wisdom, because they don't have the wisdom. They have the knowledge, like you said, but no wisdom. Anyway, Krill, thank you for this session. Of course, I want to get you back because for more of your insights, and then let's discuss more on what you can offer. As I believe you're a resource person, especially for the Gen Zs and the next generation as well.